Welcome, everyone. This is Naughty M&A with Lips of Flame. Back and here to tell you more. Okay, so yesterday at Parkview Physicians Group, 1818 Carew Street, another racist attack. Oh my God. It's like, aren't we all human beings? I mean, you know, racial slurs, comments. Again, mold truly likes to hide in dark places. They love that car garage they're restricted to, but they have criminals, rapists, robbers, and the 3-level parking garage. I made noise though. Driving there, they're blocking us. They're blocking us, females, targets. They're blocking us with their cars, trying to cause car crashes. They're pretending to act like they're trying to control something so we can go up to them and beg them to move when we don't have to. We can just call the police or go to another authority. And because they can't control us living or doing whatever that bugs them. So they try and block us, or they block us to try and get us to beg them, run up to them. And no, that's never going to happen. Like I said, I always find other ways. But, yeah. But they still don't control anything because I got what they want. And they're not ever getting it. So, Naughty is staying up and erect forever. And, okay, so, yeah, so I go up there, so I drive in there, all these cars are blocking when they're not supposed to, that's illegal, they're not even patients there, they're out there walking, blocking, screaming, yelling, pointing, stuff like that, coming around my car, and again, they're getting, live feeds, illegal live feeds, and, they're blocking parking spaces for me, they're all in the parking lot yelling, screaming, out, you know, I'll text the whole thing, yelling, screaming, little kids being nearly thrown around. On the lawn trolls are out there. They keep mowing around my house. And then they have the squawk box or some, like a drone right outside my window. It keeps squawking and chirping, begging, no, don't tell. Don't make the video. Okay, so anyway, I go and, yeah, I should have turned the air conditioner on. I realize how hot it gets up here so quickly. Anyway, I drive around. Again, there's no way they can track my car. And then they act like they know when I'm done doing something. They park around me if they think I'm finished. If I'm about to leave or right when I park my car, something like that. They'll park like right next to me. Huge cars to block me so I can't leave. And yeah, that's what they did. They're trying to, they were blocking me. And instead, I had driven around and they took all the parking spaces and I took a crappy one. And that was the one where they expected me to park this way with the headlights this way and the taillights this way. And it was the first parking spot. And they're always trying to trap me so they can put a car right in front of me. But I drove around and I parked this way, facing the building with the headlights here and the taillights here. So I didn't realize that, and so I could just drive off easily. And their plan was for me to park that way. And it was like one of the crappiest rows. And yeah, all so they could fill a parking space in front of me that was empty earlier. I think it was empty. And so they could block me from it. That's what they always do. They'll block all my ways, put huge cars around, so I can't see, and so I can't see correctly as I'm backing out. All these huge trucks or semis, vans are on, kidnapping vans are on me, and then as I back out, they'll have a car zoom and almost crash into me. But yeah, it's a dangerous, unhealthy, violent environment still, and yeah, and they're getting a live feeds, or they're being texted if they can't get a live feed. I mean, the timing isn't perfect. It looks like, you know, because there's no way to track me. Even if there was a tracker in my car, it's disabled. There was a disable it. And without actually ever seeing it. And that isn't ruled out there. It could be on the undercarriage of my car. I don't know. And again, stalkers come out, they're screaming in the parking lot. And what is she doing here? You know, as I'm getting out. And then they're also coming out. Like I said, find out who they are. Are they real patients? Probably not. And yeah, the offices, you know, a suite 120, suite 300, you know, they're obviously not they're obviously charging for not seeing patients, because these are all stalkers. Anyway, I go in there, and again, every time I'm writing or I'm turning my head or I'm done with something, a stalker comes in. And yeah, they think as long as that's what we're being told, the dumbest thing. It's like, that's what makes you more guilty when we victims come on the platform and tell us. They act like, oh, we want you to know, like silently. I guess it's called passive aggressive. I don't know. Like, yeah, right when you're done writing, as long as you don't walk up to her and tell her and other targets, you know, their racist satanic cult created by Home Depot and Walmart and Springfield, Glenvilla's neighbors, Crabers. Yeah, they think it's long, but nobody believes it. People think even more. You think we're stupid. You think we're dumb. Those are the tactics criminals use. As long as we don't say, nobody believe that. Everyone knows these are tactics they use. Well, why would you come up to us and tell us, hey, Parkview is giving us live feeds? You know, because I have no internet devices on me. Remember, my Chevrolet Cavalier is from the year 2002. It has no OnStar nothing, no tracking device built in, nothing. And if it did, I would have taken it out. And yeah, so and this is the lobby I'm sitting in, the reception area. Every time I write something or I'm finished, they start screaming, including the staff. And yeah, question the staff. Treat the staff like that too. I don't care. I blasted up here, but these shitty types, they cry in their beds under the covers for 4 days, shivering. They probably contemplate suicide or would do it. That's why they do it to me. I'm like, I don't want this to ever end. I love this fame. Please, someone pick up this story. Make me a millionaire. Okay, so anyway, help me write my book. And, okay, so anyway, yeah. So anyway, a huge thing, it happened that they didn't even expect. So anyway, every time I write something or I'm done writing or finish writing, a stalker slams in. Now, how do they know what I'm doing? How do they know if I'm finished writing or not? And, every time. And, then the employees start screaming every time I write on a line, every time I'm done. They do that everywhere. And, okay. And then they walk me back to room 30 again, because I have a wounded, injury, a leg injury, and they're purposely making me walk back all the way to room 30. And they don't even take the clipboard that I was supposed to give them. I just put it on the table. And after I get dressed, right after I'm done, the door flings open. Like she's trying to act like, oh, I know you're done getting dressed. No knock, no nothing. And like they're pretending to act like, oh, we want you to notice. No, notice. No, back up. Don't notice. Be suspicious. Shh. Keep our secret. Don't tell us what perverts and voyeurs we are. They have hidden cameras in there, or it's an infrared thing, like a motion sensor. You know, the dog thing, how you can pick out it's not a four-legged animal. If it's over 75 pounds, maybe they saw something infrared. It suddenly stopped. They were guessing, oh, she must be sitting on the gyno table, the stare-ups table, something like that. Or there are hidden cameras in there. But I was making faces in there and flipping off the ceiling and stuff, and they kept screaming. The entire time, they're screaming, yelling outside. This is the staff at Parkview Physicians Group. I want you to hear what goes on. They're screaming, yelling every time I move or something. And they also lied. Last year, it was a black fat girl with like curly black hair with glasses, hair down maybe to the middle of her back or right over her shoulders. And I was asking if I could have a Monday for my next appointment, and she was smiling, looking at the monitor, saying, no, she just works, the doctor only works Thursdays. I asked the doctor when we were in the exam room. She said Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. I was like, is that a new thing? Did that just change? She said no. I said, so it's always been Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I was like, oh, she said yes. And I was like, oh my God. I go, that girl last year said you just work every Thursday. And she didn't say anything. And, yeah. And, again, they had also, I remember years ago that bastard Dr. Thomas Miller, who ran away to the Illinois Road location because he blamed me instead of his own staff and the management staff. They're getting an awesome rap. I was like, hey, we just reported. You knew we were gonna tell. As my mom says, it is stupid. And when they know people are gonna fuck smack them, fuck smack out of whack. People are gonna give you eyelid thrashings. Well, don't do it then. But you do it, we're gonna post it. You're not gonna do it in peace. You either don't do it and it doesn't get, or you do it and it gets posted. And I don't know, other victims, if you have videos out here like this, I don't see how, you didn't post it. Whereas, I don't know if they took it down or what, but I'll never do that. Even 88 years from now, it's still gonna be up. Anyway, 4 or 5 years ago, I had complained to the office. This is before I had the other doctor, but Dr. Thomas Miller 3 or 4 years ago. I remember before he got mad at me, because he's a dumb, stupid doctor, and he didn't know how to handle he didn't want to handle the situation, and because him and his office get in trouble because they're looking really, really good with a stellar reputation, being known for stalking, harassing, this, that. So anyway, racist comments, death threats. Anyway, he used to prescribe me 100 pills, Motrin IB pills for cramps, severe cramps. And I would still have that over 100 pill prescription, that one prescription, over a year later, by the time I made it to my next appointment. And all of a sudden, the staff, all because Home Depot and Walmart, they're interfering, or they're trying to make it look like, maybe other people would say it's both sides. It's all 3-4 sides, the Scottsfield, Springfield, Glenville neighbors, Home Depot, Walmart managers, and Parkview Physicians Group, they're all doing it. But no, I blame Parkview Physicians Group because they make the final decision. I mean, they can say no. Remember, anyone can contact anyone and say anything about anyone. It's the business. Home Depot and Walmart want to trick us into thinking, oh, if you go there, we're going to contact them. We're going to ruin your relationship. I'm like, no, I don't blame them at all. That is 100% on the business. And that's what Home Depot and Walmart and the Springfield Glen Cravers hate. That we know they're not in control. You never will be. It's that business. And plus it's happening to you. We could do the same. Hey, I could go down to an alley and beg someone, which I would never do because I'm normal and I have self-respect and pride and an ego. I don't go around begging people. Oh, go be mean to. If I did, I would look at the girl and think, you're crazy. Like, you're mentally, like, why are you showing that you're jealous of her? That's what I would think if I were like a stalker and I'd be like, you guys, that would be my first thought. And they still go up to people and beg. And I love that. That's, they're humiliating. They're doing my work for me. I don't have to by me doing nothing. So so Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and they're obsessed with Thursday because Thursday is a slow day. And, anyway, so let's rewind back to 3-4 years ago with that son of a bitch, Dr. Thomas Miller, who's now at the Illinois Road, who ran away there. Idiot. That pissed me off. I don't know if they thought I'd be happy. I'm like, no, get back here. I didn't spend all these years and fight you this hard and win just for you to, transfer. I felt like driving by his tires collar. Get back here. Get back here and deal with me, you bastard. I worked hard. I stayed strong. I didn't leave. He's just running away. And they think I'm going to be relieved. No, I'm not relieved. There's nothing to be relieved about. As I said, I loved it. I win by staying. And they hate it. It's easy. Just stay. And I just want to grab him by the collar. Get back here, you son of a bitch. You don't run away. You're going to have to see my face and hear my voice. And he runs away to Illinois. Get your ass back here, you bastard. Yeah, that's the thing. They get so embarrassed. They don't want to look at me and they'll send someone else. Yeah, I'm like, I want that other, get back in here and deal with me. I won. It's different on my end. I want to stay and I want to watch you be embarrassed. I want to bathe and bask in your humiliation. Give me that fucking spa so I can bathe in that humiliation of yours. Anyway, And that idiocy of yours and dumbness, stupidness. No one said criminals had to be smart. Even a chimp can do a better job than them. These are the dumbest criminals. Okay, so anyway, so he changed. All of a sudden, the prescription was for 60 pills, and I thought it was a mistake. And I called and that's the problem. The office would never return my calls, and I was so patient and so nice on this other topic. But let's get back to the ibuprofen, Motrin IB pills, ibuprofen, and all of a sudden 60. And so I called and I left a message saying it's usually 100. The nurse changed it to 60. I don't know if it was her or the doctor, because I thought it was the nurses, because they're the ones who take the calls, and maybe it was. And then all of a sudden it was 60 again, a couple more, and then all of a sudden it was 30. And they're just trying to make a hassle on me and my mom, so we'll have to keep begging, like, give us crumbs. So we'll have to keep begging for a prescription and then driving out to the pharmacy. Instead of having that 100 pills, I still have it over a year later. Every year I have to go back to the OBGYN. And I still have that same prescription. And I don't know if I was told by Anthem, they might have put a restriction on it. That's for you and your physician to talk about. And I asked her, why was it changed to 30? And she said she didn't know. I don't know if they wrote it in the notes that, I abused Home Depot and Walmart, the managers, how they try and act like they control and interfere when it's the office doing it themselves. See how they affect my health? They go and they beg these places, Parkview Physicians Group, to downgrade my prescription to 30, make her beg, give her crumbs as little as possible, change it from 100 pills to 30. You see how they interfered? And I got it changed back though. And of course they were lying and saying, say Naughty is a druggie, say she abuses the prescription. I don't know if it says that in the notes, if they're hiding it. If it says that, I took too much, which there's no proof of, because I didn't make any prescription, or there would be evidence in the computer showing that I kept asking for prescriptions and they prescriptioned over 100 pills and I used it all up before the 1 year ended, before my next appointment. And so that never happened. I don't know if they lied in the notes and said she abuses prescriptions, this, that. That could be in the notes. Those are lies. But all because Home Depot, Walmart managers, they're the ones who told him to do that. And there was another time where, I was bleeding for 1 month straight, and they would not let me come there. They're trying to get me to go to a DuPont office, and I was like, no. And I kept leaving messages begging for an appointment, and they never answered. This is a few years ago at Suite 300. And I have a fibroid, which causes heavy bleeding, the uterus, the fibroid. And and I had to wear tampons, the biggest kinds, Ultra from Tampax, 24/7 for 24 days. And they wouldn't even give me an appointment on purpose. And they had one the same day and the next day, and they wouldn't give it to me. And I never worked Wednesdays at Walmart. I only worked Thursdays through Sundays. And all of a sudden, Wednesdays, and I don't even know if this is true now, they said that was the only day this Dr. Thomas Miller worked. And only Wednesdays he worked. And I would have to ask for a day off. And when I was begging for an appointment, because my heavy bleeding, to come in and look at it, they scheduled me. All of a sudden on the Walmart schedule, it said that I worked from 2 to 10. I never worked one Wednesday there. So Home Depot, Walmart, and Parkview Physicians Group, they wanted me to know that, hey, they're contacting us illegally, HIPAA violations. Please report them everywhere. Attorney General, Department of Justice, BBB, everywhere. And anyway, so major HIPAA violations. And they're getting paid. They should be paying me. Why are they getting paid to commit crimes? Can you guys please also complain on my behalf and also say it's happening to you when it truly is? Make complaints to Attorney General. Say that they're giving out your schedule of death, or this, that. They're changing your prescriptions. They're denying them, giving you crumbs when it wasn't like that before. because they're racist, they're just doing it to be mean, give you a hard time. And remember, do it back to them and their kids and grandkids, because remember, everybody gets sick, including doctors, nurses, employees, clerical staff, nurses. You all get sick too. Remember, employees and managers are owners, and owners are patients too. They can do it right back to you, and they are. Make sure you're doing it back to them. And their kids and their grandkids. They have kids that have to get shots and shit. I don't know how often they have to get them, but delay their stuff. Anyway, they make them wait 3 hours every time in the lobby and stuff. Talk about them and stuff. Let them know that you're spying on them with cameras. Okay, so anyway, back to the Dr. Thomas Miller thing. Yeah, so 27 days, they purposely would not give me an appointment at the Carew St one. They want to try and force me to go to DuPont. They didn't say that, but they were getting in trouble because I was complaining. And other people found out what they were doing, and they were complaining too. It's like, what do you expect? And that's what happens when you gang stalk. Dumbasses. You really want us to bet? You really think we're going to follow you around with gold petals and just throw them at your feet and follow you around? First of all, you're ugly. You look like you live, die, breathe, eat, sleep by prison. If I wanted to suck up to people, which I never would, that's not my style. I'm the one who gets sucked up to. Case in point, look at what you guys are doing, just following me around. And it backfired, completely backfired on them. I was supposed to follow them. Now they're begging me and want my approval, which I'll never get. And even if I was like that, it wouldn't be you. It wouldn't be you guys. I'd be looking to people of higher my status. I mean, why would I want to go down in life? I'd be looking for kings, queens, celebrities. Even now, I know I'm above them. I know I'm above all of them, kings. That's how I feel about myself. But if I was the type of follower, if I followed people around, if I was a follower, it wouldn't be you. It wouldn't be you guys. Home Depot and what? I mean, come on. You guys are the lowest form of mildew. And they love dark places. They love the dark mold. Where mold grows. Mold truly grows in the dark, that dark parking garage. And that's why I honked. I made a lot of noise. I honked the whole way, all the 3 floors. I flashed my headlights. And I made sure the camera saw. And okay, so... And another time, they had 20 stalkers while I was on the phone complaining out in the lobby in front of Suite 120. They all peeked over the wall, like 20 of them, seriously. And then they all hid again. And I said, hell, I'm like, I'm not shutting up. They wanted me to shut up. I'm like, no, I get the last word. They act like we get, I'm like, no, you know me I get the last, no, Naughty gets the last word. I'm bigger and badder than, no, I get the last word. And I said, help, and help. I said, they're all hiding behind the wall, and they just peeked over. And the staff and management is letting them do that there. It's all floors 1 to 3 at 1818 Carew Street. And, okay, so anyway, now that peeking over the wall, that was like 6 months, a year ago at Suite 120. Okay, back to what happened yesterday, Suite 300. I was talking about what happened, now I'm talking about what happened 3 years ago with Dr. Thomas Miller, back to the pills. And yeah, or back to the days. They purposely weren't giving me that day. And all of a sudden, on my day off Wednesday, Walmart had me working 2 to 10, which had never happened in the entire 2 years I worked there. They always had me working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the worst hours, 2 to 10. No other cashier worked those hours but me. And because Felicia and Shanda, Cedric, all those horrendous racist managers, they were doing the scheduling. And I didn't know they were trying to make me miserable. I thought I could work those hours, and I did. But I thought, I'm a beginner, so maybe I'll get better hours later. But I noticed other, teen seasonal people that came in, they were working. Everyone was working 9 to 6 except for me. And, yeah, so anyway, they were, anyway, back to what I was saying. What happened a few years ago, 2-3 years ago with Dr. Thomas Miller, the pussy that skedat that ran across the street over to Illinois Road location. Anyway, he asked him about it. Anyway, the office, they would not give me an appointment day. They had me schedule Wednesday, and and to work Wednesday at Walmart. And I knew that Parkview Physicians Group, um, when I called again, they said they still didn't have that Wednesday open. They said, oh, we every like 5 minutes they put me on hold and take, oh, we have it. Oh no, we don't have it. And they're trying to force me to go into a DuPont. I'm like, no, they didn't say that, but I was like, I know that's what they're trying to do. And the 27 days passed. I kept calling, leaving messages. They never did. And another time, that bastard Miller, I waited over a year for his phone call, and I thought I was supposed to. I was so nice and patient. And then someone at the pharmacy told me, your doctor hasn't been checking with insurance, because he could have approved my Lotrimin pill, my birth control pills, and he purposely wasn't approving it for a year, and I didn't know that. And I didn't call. I was patient. I thought, oh, this is taking long. Medicine takes long. I was so stupid, naive. And a year later at my appointment, I told him that nobody's returning my calls, my voicemails. And they said, okay, yeah, we'll call you. A month goes by. And so I still think, oh, that's better than a year. A month is still a short time. Yay, Nadia, good job. Instead of waiting a year, you wait a month. Even a month is a short time when it's really a long time to wait. And they still wouldn't return my call. Then after waiting that month, I decided to call a week later. Finally, that Yesenia, the Hispanic nurse, the obese, short Hispanic nurse, the one who's always calling me and other girls fat. People told me people would snarl when they heard, that she's calling me fat and this and that. It sounds like she has some type of insecurity of her weight, like she's trying to lay her insecurity about her weight onto you. When they found it, when I told them she's 376 pounds and barely stands at 5'1". I'm not mad at her, I'm flattered by it. I would just look at her and think, God, how do you sit on the toilet? How does your anus sit on she's so big. And then I thought, God, she can't even eat a spicy, what does she do when she eats a spicy burrito at work? How does her anus find like she's so big. That's what I was thinking. I wanted to laugh, but I never felt anger or anything towards her. I'm like, I'm anorexic compared to you. And I was like, and I was never fat or heavy or anything. And well, I was heavier, but then I lost it. But I was never obese or anything. And they're all jealous because they're fat, and all of their daughters are morbidly obese and fat too, and they're all fat. And all their girlfriend, they hate skinny girls. They call them skinny bitches. They'll call them a bitch if a skinny girl walks by. And they think they're hot. I don't. They're just average looking girls, but, they're jealous of any girl that's a feather's weight lighter than them. So bend over in your thong. Flirt with if they have boyfriends or husbands or girlfriends or wives or whatever. If someone's that desperate and stinky enough to date them, yeah, wear a thong. Or guys, wear like Speedos, bend over, flirt with their spouses and their boy if they have any, or flirt. They love that. Make them jealous. Make the girl bend over in front. Wear thong G-strings in front of the girl and rub their husbands or their boyfriend's chest or their girlfriends or their wives' chest in front of them. If they're lesbians and stuff. Say hey. They just love that. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. And I ended up finally getting my appointment. And Dr. Thomas Miller, he's trying to make me leave again. He was standing outside the office talking really loud. And one girl was screaming, yeah, congratulations! I don't know why she's screaming congratulations. Nothing happy was happening to me. In my life or something. I don't know if she meant me or someone. I don't know. But they kept screaming, again, racist comments about Asians and Mexicans shouldn't be living this and that, along with the doctor. Out in the hall right outside my exam room for like over a half an hour. He's trying to get me to get mad, impatient, and leave. I was like, I sat there for like over half an hour, and he was standing out there. I could hear him talking, and saying saying some of the managers' names at Home Depot, saying, "Oh, Stacy, Dawn, and Stacy, oh, and Bill." He's talking about all the saying their names, acting like he's talking about other people, and so are the nurses and stuff. See, I want you to see what really goes on here, because people are like, they're like shocked. That's why I report this up here. And then they act shocked. It's like, well, what do you expect? Did you really think the majority of the public you're going to get an Oscar? I mean, I thought they knew they would get criticized and degraded and humiliated. I thought they were okay with it. When a bully does this, you're going to think, hey, we're going to get shit. I thought they'd be proud and cross their arms and say, yeah, we do harass Naughty. She deserves it. No, they're like, like arms flailing, like they're getting eaten by a dinosaur or a shark. It's like you're really shocked when people are disgusted by you, they criticize you, or they ask you about, because they're really bothered by that. Even if you ask them not they're like, no, we didn't, you don't believe it, do you? No, it wasn't, we don't do that. No, we don't, no, honest, it wasn't, I don't know what she said. Yeah, I could be making it up. But you know what? I could be not. I could be telling the truth. Why would someone make all this up? I'll go with that. Yeah. I'm making it all up. I have a wild imagination. None of this ever happened. There's no way out of it. Oh. Both of them are worse. Admitting it or... Oh, I guess admitting it's better. That's how bad it sounds. Okay, so anyway, anyway, I got the appointment day, and got the appointment day like a month later, and yeah, and then like I said, I waited a month for the call for him to approve it, the insurance for my birth control, and that whole year my periods came back like a rage. I barely had them. I was doing good. Because of my fibroid, the heavy bleeding, cramping, they came back with the rage, heavy bleeding. I was like, that bastard. And all because he wouldn't call insurance that took like 30 seconds and asked him to approve it, to have insurance cover it, like he did when he first met me. I was like, that bastard. So then I waited a month, like I said, and then a week. They finally returned my call, Yesenia. And it was right after, yeah. And then... about the pills, and finally got approved. She left them saying they approved it. So it took over a year to do that. And I was patient. I thought it was supposed to take a year, and it was supposed to take 1 hour for him to do that. And yeah, and all because Home Depot, Walmart managers, and the Scottsfield, Springfield, Glen neighbors are on here. They were also begging the office to do it. But that office made the final decision. They were also getting in trouble, so they were also mad. And I'm like, no, if I had a chance to do it over again, I would do the same damn thing. The only thing I regret is not having a platform like this. Because now I know, things would have been so much different. It's different once you post it. Anyway, I really, really wish... I thought I couldn't reveal myself, but you can. And you can reveal things in different ways, but... I really wanted to reveal my identity, but I thought that, I'll be banned, this, that, which happens, but you can hide your identity or you can change the name of the place. But yeah, see how they blackmail and threaten us? The one-sided, they can do it to us, but we can't do it to them. Fight back and reveal our identities and their business name. And it's one or the other. We have to hide our identity or hide their business name. But they get to do what they want. It's like, not anymore. So anyway, that's what happened a few years ago. There, back to what I was saying about yesterday. Yeah, they kept screaming every time I took off a piece of clothing. And they were screaming while me and the doctor were screaming outside. Yeah! Ask them about it and do it. Do it with them. Remember, they remember, nurses and doctors are patients too. Yeah! And I think it's the infrared thing, or there are hidden cameras in there. Because I was looking up at the ceiling, flipping out, laughing, and every time I did, they screamed. Now, how would they know that? I don't know if it's just emotion. It could be easily, they don't see you, it's just emotion, stuff like that. A motion sensor. And anyway, and remember, I have no devices on me, no internet connected devices. And so yeah, and they're trying to make me wait for a long time. And I think they got tasered and they just couldn't hold out anymore. The taser had more power. So then, like, they were trying to act like, yeah, we can get away with it. But I'm like, no, you can't. They gave up. Which is exactly what I knew. I'm like, no one has the withstanding power of Nadia. I always beat y'all. I'm always the last one standing. There's like a mountain pile crumble, all these rocks behind me. I'm like, no, I'm always the last one standing. You guys can't take me. No one's ever matched my strength, emotion wise. I'm like, I can do this all day, every day, 100 times a day. It fries your brain, but I can go over and over again. Repetitive motions emotionally. But anyway, I win emotional battles every time. So anyway, and anyway, they gave up after they're screaming and stuff, and they finally let me out of the exam room. And then again, stalkers are coming in. So someone texted them and told stalkers to come in, and they were screaming and yelling as they passed me. And I remember as I was coming in too, they had stalkers. Right when I came in, they bursted out of both offices, OBGYN and the office across from it, and they were just standing and like snarling, looking at me, and then looking up at the elevator and looking back at me, and then quickly running away. And yeah, and then they're always parking around me if they think I'm done doing something, which someone could be easily texting them. So that means they're hiding in their cars, and they could have guns, knife, weapons, grenades. This is how shootings happen. So, and then when I was going in the garage, again, cars were blocking this. A car tried to crash into me, and it kept going, and I kept honking. I didn't stop, so it finally stopped. I was like, you are not going to keep going and force me to stop. I was like, you are going to have to crash into me because I have right away. Yeah, they're waiting, and they're backing up. When they see me, they start backing their car out right as I'm coming towards them. And I keep honking and honking. And I'm like, you're going to have to hit me. I'm like, finally, we can call. I'll have the police called, and then we can finally see who's texting you and telling you to do that. Anyway, yeah. They're trying to control again because they can't control Nadia being up and erect and alive, which will never happen. I got what you want, and you ain't ever getting it. Snap to the zag. Nadia's staying up and erect. Lips a fly! Okay, so anyway, I do that, and yeah. So then, yeah, as I go out again, more cars, honk, screaming, yelling, and talking about Trump, in the lobby, and the same thing, I'll text, I'll repost it, and yeah, so that's what happened. And like I said, right after I got dressed, no knock, the door flew open. Like they're trying to act like, the nurse was trying to act like she knew that I was done getting dressed. Maybe she didn't. Like I said, the infrared thing, or they really have hidden cameras in there. I mean, they're not supposed to give out patient schedules or tell them what's going on health-wise, but they give out what's going on with me health-wise. Oh, she's having this problem. Oh, if she's having a problem, this is happening to her. Oh, shit. And then they'll have third-party stalkers. Like if I go to a grocery store or another different public place, they'll have third-party stalkers have a conversation about what me and the doctors and the nurses said in the exam room. So obviously, Parkview physicians group, the employees, nurses, doctors, they're in contact with Home Depot and Walmart, of course, the managers, and then they're sending the third-party proxies, the third-party stalkers, aka monkeys. They're telling them what was said to me in the room. And then they're having third-party stalkers have fake conversations near me and talk about what the doctors and nurses said to me. That's what they do. And same here in my home. That's what they do. Whatever goes on in my home, 543, ask them about it. And do the same thing to them. They'll start crying, but I don't mind. I love it. I'm like, now what? So now what? That's just it. That's nothing they can do anything with. That's why they do it. It's like, again, it's like It's like they're pretending to act like they're so proud and shroud and proud of their kid being born blind. Look, everybody, my kid was born blind. Oh, sighted is such a challenge. Isn't challenging? I'd rather have my kid be born blind. Like that type of thing. It's like so you're complimenting me because I'm telling it up here, and now people have been asking you about it for years. Make you look like foos. Yeah, like whatever goes on in my house. The 5432 Crabers, they'll text Home Depot, Walmart, and then Home Depot, Walmart managers and the other Springfield Glen Crabers, they'll text the third-party stalker, Home Depot, Walmart. And the Home Depot, Walmart managers will send their monkeys, the psychos, the awesome, upset, I call them scum fans. I have two fans. The nice, normal humans are fans, and then the scum fans, which are the criminals. And anyway, yeah, they'll tell them, Naughty is going here next week. Say this in front, stuff that only like me and my mom say in my house or my garage. That's what they do, you know. And yeah, and 543, they feel so proud and like, oh, they're so useful. They're getting information only that, oh, but I'm like, I already know that, and that's not any information they can use against me. We know that. There are things I say and I do here where they don't know. I don't want them to know. I make a lot of noise and stuff. I have a lot of noise in the background. So stupid little things like about groceries, Medicaid. Yeah, like they act like we can do something. I'm like, the only thing you can do is just tell. And I love that. That's a compliment because that shows how important I am. And people see you as sleazy. They're like, what the hell? You weirdo. You spy, you voyeur, you're obsessed, psychotic. What were you, weirdo? You were spying on me, you're spying. That's how people see them, and they know that. And they're being told, oh, pretend to act like it doesn't bother you. Pretend to act like, you don't feel like a dirty little pervert. I'm like, hey, it doesn't affect me. It just compliments me even more. I would never do that. I would never spy, and then I wouldn't want that person to know that, hey, I was spying. Do you hear that, what I'm saying? I mean, I'm saying that, and I feel humiliated and dumb and stupid. If I listen, and then I texted someone and told them, and then I knew that the neighbor I spied on and told on, they know only I could do it. Only I would have been able to tell that. I would not be proud of that. I would feel like a pathetic loser. This person's going to think this girl is lonely, sad, pathetic, has nothing else worse to do with her time. I call it they're utilizing their time on me. I love them spending time because I feel euphoric and powerful, almost like God. I know I'm not you, God. Like I'll say goddess, because I'm like, I know, I have what they want. They're never going to get it. Work. Keep working like dogs in the heat. And so anyway, yeah, so that's what happened, and anything else, this is all I can think of right now, but yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, so ask them because they love it, and do it back to them, their kid. This is stuff that can be done, and it is being done against them, if you want to. I know how people do it. And honestly, I say don't waste your time. You want to go out to dinner with your boyfriend, go out on vacation, do it. Choose that. If you ask me, I say go to the nail salon, act like, we're normal humans. Don't waste your time on that. The way they utilize their time on me, we are not like them. That's why we don't get along. We're normal. We have lives. We have me time. We don't spend our only last few hours of the day spying on someone else. Just thinking about it makes me sick. And okay. And so yeah, but if you want to, for me, I say do it right back to them. I know you guys are. And thank you. I love you. But if you ask me, don't waste your time with them. But keep doing it back to them if you want. And yeah, because this stuff would make them cry, They didn't think I'd ever, they didn't think it'd go on for 8 years now. This is supposed to last a week. They didn't think I would find a way to roll with the life. Trials and tribulations. They didn't think that I'd find a way to deal with it and continue. This wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to die 8 years ago. That's what was supposed to happen. Get fed up and cry and then commit suicide. That's what they want. They're trying to get me to commit suicide. Ask them, why are you working here? You're trying to get this girl to commit suicide, blocking her. You have robbers, rapists, criminals in the garage, and they're getting permission from management. They're getting allowed to do this. The Gangstar, white satanic hate group, cult. They're a cult that Home Depot and Walmart created, the managers and the supervisors. And yeah, so with that, and I hope you saw the dog video. I don't even feel like talking about that. It bores me. I just don't give a fuck. I just like reporting. So anyway, Halloween's coming! And what else? Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I just don't really care about this. Ain't nothing. I just want to go back to my me time. Finish crying, you know. Don't worry, fans. You know, I'm here to help stalking victims too. And yeah, and report it. Say that they're doing it to you too. They're spying on you. Know what? You wonder how you get hacked? Seriously? That's how we're getting hacked. They're spying on what you look at. So when you're typing in your pet, whatever you're doing, and they scream outside the exam room, the employees, what you're Googling, who you're texting, what you're watching, they're doing that. How are they doing that? Are they guessing? Do they have x-ray glasses, or they're like Superman? They can see through the walls, or they have cameras? You know, how are they doing that? Even out in the reception area, camera, I mean, even in the exam room, I mean, how do they know that? They're supposed to have a sign saying we have cameras. That's what I was told, with the expectation of privacy. Is there no expectation of privacy in exam rooms anymore? Is there a new law or something? And yeah, so if you're typing in passwords or anything, or whatever you're doing on your phone, that staff, they're spying on you, and that's how you're getting hacked. That's how this happens. So happy Halloween. Ah! So with that said, if I think of any more, I'll come back. Let me think. No, I don't. I mean, it's the same boring stuff here. Yeah, dude, it's so scary. Yeah, I'm really scared. They're so big and bad. The game of chicken. We're gonna make you think we're gonna do something. I keep walking. I'm like, keep trying to scare. I know, we all know nothing's gonna happen, so. That game was never old because I never believed it. I'm like, you actually think, yeah, they're trying to, or they'll make faces like stare at you like. The fake patients or the employee. You better kill yourself. That type of look. I'm like, what's it? Nothing can happen with the look. So that's supposed to scare us into committing suicide. Ooh, the scum, the mildew, the mold of Fort Wayne. Yeah, you're so powerful. And even if they were, I'd let you kill me. I still wouldn't give it. And so anyway, yeah. Ask them, why are you jealous of Nadia? Because that's what people tell me. I didn't even know that or agreed that at first. Seriously, I would say no, they're not jealous, but that's what everybody says. They're asking the 3 words: jealous, obsession, and psychotic. Psychopath. I hear this on TV too so many. I mean, I'm so used to it. I didn't even know that they were obsessed until people would hear this. They'd be like snarling and be like, what? I've never heard. They're like, they are obsessed with you. Sounds like they've become obsessed with you. I'm like, yeah, they're unhinged. And I was like, yeah, now I know that. I love you. Yeah, it sounds like they've become like they're trying to control, like a control thing. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the other way around. I'm controlling them. So that's what happens. It backfires. They're hired in to make me run up to them and beg them. And the flip flop, complete opposite happen. A bomb goes off. Their heads start shaking and their eyes start bulging out of their sockets. And then they're like, she's not giving us attention. Why? And then they always come up to me from miles away. And then they start screaming, stomping their foot, slapping, scratching their faces, acting like the way they were told I was going to react. And when that doesn't happen, they start acting the way they were told I was going to act when they harass me and compliment me and obsess over me and fawn over me and love me and icon over I'm icon. They want to be me. They're thinking I want to be Nadia, you know. I want to be I love Nadia. I want to be Nadia. And yeah, that's what's happened in every case. Then they start acting the way I'm supposed to act. I love that. And because they're told that I'm supposed to chase after them. And for some reason, when that happens, they just, I wouldn't say they could. I don't think they can leave it alone and then not come back. And then their head starts shaking, about to explode, like I'm a drug to them. And their eyes start bulging, like, oh, why isn't she coming to us? We're gonna go to her. You know, we're gonna, we're gonna try and bother her, and then just go wherever I am. And then when I'm nice to them and I actually help them, because I like it, I'm like, I'm not offended or angry. That like they think it'll make me mad or offend me. I actually help them, and then they're shocked. And yeah, and I'm like, I call this complimenting me, everything you're doing. And this is supposed to make me or hang. And anyway, so yeah, I know there are some people who aren't like me. I don't know if it's most people or have, but I know, yeah, there are people who do commit suicide over this. And I don't know why. I just want to say stay alive. That's much better. I heard it's because now I understand why I don't commit suicide. I work through it. I never think that, oh, I want the pain to stop. I don't think that. I think whether the pain, I say work through the pain. I don't think or hope or beg that, oh, I hope it stops. I just go through it. And I find ways to get around it, over it, underneath it, the side of it. I find ways to go through it and disappear, or both. And I've never thought or felt that, oh, I want the pain to end. But yeah, I've heard that's why people commit suicide. I'm like, well, that's the difference right there. I don't think I want the pain to end. I think whether someone bullies, harasses you or not is still okay. You'll still be okay. It doesn't have to stop. Parent, you need to teach your kids that who are depressed, suicidal. Tell them it'll be okay. Don't tell them. You have to tell them both sides. Don't tell them, oh, it'll stop someday and just end it there, your conversation. Say, and if it doesn't, you'll still be okay. I mean, tell them, yeah, it'll stop. But tell them, even if it doesn't, we want you to train yourself and be strong and teach yourself that, hey, I found ways to work through it. I'm okay. If it does stop, I'm okay. And if it doesn't, I'm okay with it either way. I'm going to act the same way. That's what you do. That's the difference in me. I've never thought that, oh, I want the pain to end. Because I emotionally and physically torture myself. So when they do it, it's like eating chocolate cake almost. It's like what they do isn't as bad as what I do to myself sometimes. So maybe that's it too. And yeah, I'm like, I just work through it. I just work through life phases, life changes. So yeah, I've never thought of, oh, I want to end the pain. I'm like pain or not, I go through it. I always have hope. I always know that there's no hope, because this isn't anything I can't deal with. This is easy. All you have to do is continue. It's all them, their problem. It's all on them. They have to stop. They're doing all the physical work. I'm not going to change no matter what they do. And yeah, so I love it. And you actually love it, some of the attention you get from the platforms and stuff in the comments that, you know, you don't want it because, you know, this is my identity now. I don't want, honestly, I don't want my life to go back. I guess it sounds bad, but I hope this lasts forever, which kills them. They want to be like potatoes again and lay on the, oh, it's over. No, it's not over. I didn't work this hard for you to just drop like potatoes and no. This ends when I say it ends, which is never. And you know, I don't work or anything, so I'm quite enjoying the attention. It becomes euphoric and addictive. I don't want it to stop. That's gonna kill them. People, they're like, whoo, after a certain amount, we'll get to it now. I'm gonna keep you jumping on your toes. I'm gonna keep that taser under your feet. I'm gonna keep you jumping. You don't rest until Nadia says you rest. I'm running this show. This is my arena. This is my stage. I say when it's over, and it's never gonna be over. And I like the fame from it, so this is what they want to hear me crying, saying, they want me to make deals with businesses. They try and poke and prod you and pull your hair and do something physically because they want you to say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Oh, Home Depot and Walmart did something, said something, didn't they? Why won't you stop? Why won't you stop? Okay, barter a deal. They're doing it as a barter. And they're trying to make that business a mediator. Oh, you guys meet somewhere, and then she'll tell the day and the time when she'll move or commit suicide. That's what they want. And they don't get that, and they seem stupefuck shocked, the business. Like, they're like, we thought we could pull your hair, hit your head, and, you know, you're not giving us the reaction you want. In my mind, I'm mind-fucking them and silently saying back to them, I know. And I'm not going to. I know what you're doing and you're trying to, it's not going to happen. Even if I did feel that way, oh my God, I want it to stop. Oh my God. I would not, I would never say that to the business, the management or anything. I would never show that and say, why are you doing it? What are you doing? Oh, you're doing, they want me to keep babbling and talking and then beg for a deal. And then say, okay, well, we'll contact you. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, like they're God. Not like they're even kings or queens, but like they're God. Go look at yourselves in the mirror. And then go look at yourselves again. And then go back and look at yourselves again. And then go back and look at yourselves again. And then do it again. And then realize what you already know. No one's going to beg us or want our approval. I mean, look at us. We're the lowest form of scum. I mean, come on. You're nothing. And we know we don't have to stop breathing. We know we don't have to. It's not anything we have to stop. So we know that no matter what you do. So we have all the power. That's why you see we're in control. That's why they block us and stuff. It's like, we don't even have to ask you to move or anything. They want us to, there are other things we can do. We can just stand there in front of you, or park our car there. We can park our car, walk back into the building and call for security, but we will never walk up to you. That's what they want, because we can't control you into committing suicide or moving. So we're going to block this way, and we're going to force you to come to, I'm like, no. And that's what they do. When I find it, then they'll walk up to me and say, oh, is this yours? Or, oh, did you need to get through? I don't answer. And they feel stupid and dumb, and then they'll feel like, they'll finally get it. I love seeing that look on her. Like, oh, she's not going to answer. And then they move. I'm like, I'm not answering. You know, I'm like, I'm not begging you to. Even if they ask me, oh, do you need us to? See what, again, it backfires. When I don't run to them, then they're shocked. Like almost offended. Like, she won't give us attention. Hey, do you need us to? And they were told that let Nadia come up to you and beg and cry to you. That never happens. It never will. I'd rather go to a third-party authority. It's not going to be from me. It'll be from a cop or a security guard or a manager, even though they're working with you. If they are, I will never come to you and tell you that, because I know what you're doing. It's not going to. And I like to embarrass you and see the look on your face. And, okay, so I'll get back and text the rest. Okay, I got a lot more. But happy Halloween if I don't see you before then. Okay, so I'm Lips of Flame. There for all the shitty, shady, nasty, dirty, dastardly deeds. Shady business deals being done. All of Fort Wayne. I want to know when. I want to know where. I want to know how. I want to know who. But most of all, I want to know why.